was that they targeted those 100 million consumers at the top of the socio-economic pyramid. They still found it difficult to solve problems of underprivileged India, the next 400 million Indians. So it's always easy to build products and services for the wealthy because they have problems of convenience. So solving for their convenience at a price point that made these companies profitable was not particularly difficult. In spite of that, these companies are still not profitable. It's a different thing, but at least they could attempt to become very profitable. But still, the twisted destiny, I would say, continue to evade the next 400 million Indians. Now, the fourth phase of entrepreneurship to me is companies and startups getting set up to solve the problems of the next 400 million Indians. So, for example, you have companies in the agri-tech space like AgroStar, Dehat, which are trying to solve problems of the farmers. Typically, 20 years back, nobody would have dared to even try to solve problems of the next 400 million Indians because the next 400 millions don't have purchasing power and therefore they don't have the ability to pay for products and services that will make the providers of products and services profitable. But, a lot of things again came together. UPI came together, Aadhar, Jio smartphone, the broadband. So it is a combination of factors, right from Aadhar to broadband to smartphone to Jio, in fact, coming together to be able to, make the creation of products for the next 400 million Indians and selling them in smaller packet sizes, reasonably economical to do so. Prior to that, for example, if you take, not many companies attempted to build businesses for 400 million Indians, but there were companies. So, for example, if you take the story of, Kevin Care, prior to Kevin Care, it was, there was a gentleman called Chinni Krishnan, who was a very famous businessman in Cuddalore. He set up this company which made, shampoo and talcum powder and sold them in small pouches, in sachets. And people wondered, how can, a sachet be economical at all? Because the cost of distribution per milliliter of the shampoo becomes so high. So how can you even make it economical? But then Chinni Krishnan had understood the psychology of the next 400 million Indians. He realized that these people have a cash flow problem and therefore they might not buy in large pack sizes, but they're willing to buy in small pack sizes and use shampoo for special occasions, even talcum powder for special occasions. So he realized the consumer psychology and they had built a company that was profitable already. So it was just a question of, in some ways, replicating the idea of a chota packet or a small packet, metaphorical small packet, and selling different kinds of products and services. And that has suddenly become possible because of what I told you, which is technology coming together, whether it was Jio, whether it was an Aadhar, whether it was UPI. All of these came together to make the chota packet, delivery of the chota packet, reasonably economical. So I think that's the fourth phase of entrepreneurship in India. And fourth phase of entrepreneurship is very interesting because we are seeing for the first time entrepreneurs who are coming from tier 2, tier 3 towns of India. And it's important that they come from those tier 2, tier 3 towns of India, because if you don't grow up, if you have not grown up in those places, if you have not experienced the problems of consumers in those places, how can you build products and services for them? So it's very interesting to see, entrepreneurs who don't even speak English, who are not very articulate, but yet deeply understand the customer and therefore are able to build these businesses. I think